Hello there, and thanks for tuning into my channel. My name is John, and in this video I'm going to be talking about gratitude and thankfulness. With this being the week of Thanksgiving, I just thought this would be a good time to kind of pause and do some reflection about the things that we're thankful for and grateful for. Because especially if you're if you're going through a similar spiritual journey like I am, and maybe you're trying to become more enlightened and awakened, we can often overlook the things that we should be thankful for, because you can get caught up in trying to study all these different theories and trying to gain more knowledge and things like that. But all of that can be in vain if you don't spend time to be thankful for all that God's given you and everything that you have in this life. And I think that especially if you are going through any kind of spiritual journey, or maybe if you're going through some kind of spiritual deconstruction or things like that, it can often be easy to neglect Thanksgiving and thankfulness, because because this can be kind of sometimes it can feel like you're on a lonely journey, like you're doing this all alone, and it can seem like nobody sees things the way that you do, and you feel like like you're on this island of where you see things differently, and things are starting to make sense to you that didn't make sense before, but it seems like you can't get anyone else to see those things. And that is a thought. I mean, that kind of thinking that you're alone and nobody else sees things the same way and stuff like that, that's not coming from an enlightened perspective. If you're trying to come from an enlightened perspective and a more spiritually awake perspective, it always comes with Thanksgiving. And so I just think it's important. I just want to remind you guys to take some time to be thankful, whether it's for just God taking care of you for your own physical needs, or if it's being thankful for, sometimes it's even being thankful for things that have seemed like negative things when you were going through them. There's definitely a lot of negative things that I could talk about that I've gone through in my life, that when I was going through them, they weren't pleasant at all, and I didn't feel thankful for it in the moment. But looking back, I'm definitely thankful for those things that I've went through, because it's all been a part of my spiritual journey, and I see that God has allowed those things to happen for a reason. And when you become thankful, and when you recognize that this is God working in your life, and that there is a purpose for all of this and stuff like that, that will definitely help you in your own spiritual journey to to grow and develop and everything like that, and transform your life. So this is just a quick reminder. Again, I didn't want to take a whole lot of time, just do a short video to remind you guys about being thankful. Don't forget to, and I'm not saying you have to, if you're going through deconstruction and you don't believe in God or something like that, I'm not saying you have to pray to God, but just just be thankful. Take some time to reflect on what you're thankful for, and I think that will be helpful for you, and it'll definitely help you to be more have a better outlook on life, to be happier in your day-to-day life and things like that. When you see things from a perspective of that everything's happening for my good, for my benefit, and for the good of everyone around me, when you see it that way, it's way more it's way more enlightening and encouraging and things like that. So anyway, I think that's about all I need to say on that. But I will just ask that if you guys, for those of you who some of you know me personally, some of you might have just found this channel through other means, but if you are someone who prays, who believes in God, or you practice some form of prayer, or sending good vibes my way or something like that, I would just ask if you could do that for me. My wife and I, our family, were planning on selling our house. We actually just talked with a realtor last weekend, and so we're going to be going through that process for the next few weeks. So I would just really appreciate it if you all would lift me up in your prayers, or send good vibes my way, whatever it is that you believe in. But I would definitely appreciate that. Anyway, I'm thankful for y'all. I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you next time. God bless.